And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try for the first with Walker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right in a yard.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Seahawks 1st down.
Up the middle there. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd down and 6 to go. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Here's a diving catch right side. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because
it's caught inside the 25. A big play there for KC. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 22 yards. And the Chiefs get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 109 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Now a 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They'll set up to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And that's caught at the 2. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
yeah,
you've got to make that throw, right? Yeah. That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 15-point game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Second and 11. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 50 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seattle.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
52, Seahawks 44.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Pacheco once again. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 105 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. A handoff now for Pacheco. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now he's into the clear again. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 44 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Baker is on target, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd and 5. Gets this complete to Smith-Njigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game plan. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground. It's really starting to come in sync. So for Kansas City, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yeah. Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in the minimum wage. Gotta keep following this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. Ain't just career with a punchline. The industry put me in the front lines. In the mind. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me. Mine. Keep with a real. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a dip. But it ain't for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going to school.